Talking about, because the whole point about the house is that it's a different timescale for different things, isn't it? So sheets, is that once a week, once a month?
My thinking is it depends an awful lot on different factors.
Okay.
Number one, how much traffic's going between the sheets.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So have you got a webcam in my house? Once a year we'll do it.
No, I'm sure not. And really how hot the weather is and all sorts of factors. And also in COVID times, you know, if you're sweating a lot at night and feeling a bit ill, you need to change your sheets more regularly. But
What is your bare minimum?
My personal bare minimum, once a fortnight.
Okay.
But, you know, depends.
What about towels?
Depends.
What about towels?
Oh,
How many goes do you get on a towel?
Towels are a sniff test, really, aren't they?
Is that it? What are you sniffing for?
Well, you know what I'm sniffing for. Just that kind of slightly sour, fusty smell that's, you know, you just don't want that.
The big thing with towels, if you hang them, like, properly after you've used them...
Exactly.
You get more out of them, won't you?
That's right. I mean, you can get a bit stiff then.
Yeah.
And as long as they don't smell, then you're fine to carry on using them.
OK. What about carpet? Carpet's a bit of a nightmare, isn't it?
It is, actually. I mean, carpets aren't really very healthy in the house. Wooden floors are much healthier. And, you know, carpets... And also, if you've got carpets, you need to be... I don't know what you do in your house, but anyone coming into the house, shoes off at the door. Otherwise, you know, particularly when you're, you know, living in a place with lots of dogs going up and down and they're allowed to do whatever they like on the pavement, and then you step into that, and then you bring it into the house and then it's in the carpet. Nasty.
Is it not rude to ask people to take their shoes off? Is it not a bit snooty and middle class?
You see, I think people, when they come into the house, they should say, would you like me to take my shoes off? And then I think that's what the norm should be, actually.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we've got that. Then the windows. I mean, the windows is different. That's a window cleaner, is it?
Yes. Actually, I do have a window cleaner in my house. Really, because the windows are at awkward heights.
Yeah.
And, I couldn't get up there on my own to do them,
No.
I like doing the insides, but not the outsides.
What about dust? Because I've never understood dusters. Because aren't you just distributing the dust around the place?
No. You see, what you need to do when you're dusting... Listen to this, Mark, OK? When you're dusting, you have a very slightly damp duster. Because if you use a dry duster and you flick it around, then you're just redistributing the dust around.
So I should wet my duster before I get it up?
Yes. Wring it out really tightly so that when you're skimming the surface, the dust clings to the duster. It's kind of really simple. It makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
Chewing gum.
Chewing gum's a bit of a no-no. Or, I mean, chewing gum's fine, but you don't... just throw it on the pavement.
Yes, that's...
No, none of that.
No. I mean, if it goes in the carpet, you're in trouble.
You're in big trouble. And if it does, well, you give the person a big smack. We're not supposed to say that these days, are we?
I know what you mean, though. What about a firm, hard stare?
Do you want the answer to chewing gum or not? Do you?
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Go, I do.
So, chewing gum. You get...
I'm afraid, can you tell I'm paid to talk for a living?
Plastic bag full of ice cubes, get it on the chewing gum, but make it rock hard, and then get a blunt knife, and then you can chip away at the chewing gum and it'll all come out.
Last one before we talk about your amazing career and your charity.
Yes.
Red wine.
Red wine. No white wine. It's a waste of white wine, number one, and also it's just adding to all the mess. Red wine stain, immediately get soda water on there. Soda water, just absolutely drown it in soda water. And then get a clean white towel or cloth, has to be clean, and then work from the outside in and keep dabbing. And so if you're dabbing onto the red wine will come up onto the towel and then move over to a different part of the towel, down onto, and keep getting the red wine up, and honestly, it really works. It's fantastic.
So the salt is a myth, is it?
God, yes. That often will set the stain forever.
It's old wives' tale, basically.
It is.